Good morning, everybody. Let's wait another minute for people to join. Okay, I hope you hear me. People can join later on. Let's start, not to waste time. Greetings, everybody. I would just like to remind you a little bit why we are here today. My name is Sasha. I'm a representative of Project Partner E-Institute, and we are a business support organization from Slovenia. I will moderate this, hopefully insightful discussion again today, which is basically a networking opportunity with like-minded individuals passionate about sustainability, repairability. Speakers we choose will help us upscale the capacities of local repair hubs that we establish in many countries. So Slovenia, Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, France, Greece, Italy, Portugal, and Spain. We actually want to better understand how our hubs, like ours, can function and support stakeholders that are included. And we want to learn more about the repair sector and also SMEs that we included and consumer engagement. Topics that we choose are specific and events are open to the public so we can learn as much as possible. Thank you. So this is already a fourth peer-to-peer so-called webinar that we have organized as a part of the Repair project activities. And this project is supported by Interreg Euromed program. The Repair project unites private organizations such as Altro Consumo from Italy, Deco Proteste Portugal, and OCU from Spain. Those are three leading consumer organizations. Thank you for joining us. We also have a few public authorities, such as our lead partner from Italy, City of Bologna. And then we have Organization for Local Development, Anatoliki, from Greece. And also from Greece, there's a regional association of solid waste management agencies of Central Macedonia. We cover, of course, Mediterranean countries. So we also partnered with France, from West. This is Agency for Sustainable Mediterranean Cities and Territories, AVITE. And from Balkan Peninsula, we have University of Sarajevo from Bosnia and Herzegovina, covering here the educational helix, and a private local economic development agency, Auleda from Albania. Thank you for supporting us. Next year, we or you will have a last debate, actually a final chance to address a specific topic that must be discussed more in depth, so choose wisely. But today, our debate, we shall be speaking about transfer of legislation into business innovation and local actions that are developing in specific countries, and our debate today brings together experts from various organizations. And please correct me if my pronunciations will be wrong, but let's start with our first speaker, if he's ready, from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Aldin Medjedovic, Project Manager at United Nations Development Program. Do we hear each other? Hello, hello.
Do you hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
I hear you. I
perfect.
hope everybody else as well.
Your pronunciation is perfect, but we always face some technical issues. That will
Yes,
not be the case this morning.
hopefully.
Yes, hopefully, yes. So I can start.
Yes, you can share your presentation. I just have, I think, do you have yours? Just as a support.
Yes, I have, but
Yeah.
sharing is forbidden
Oh,
on my
sharing is forbidden.
on my taskbar. Yes.
Yes, I will have this. This is now, I should open everything.
So much about technical issues. Yes.
Yes. Can you send your presentation to the chat,
Yes.
please? This is why I wanted to have it in advance, but everything is allowed here.
I apologize.
So I'm not sure why is it now. Okay, let's see chat. Yes, it's not there yet, or maybe on my email. You can share in a chat. Yes, no, nothing is there. So I had 10 minutes for my first words, so we are still in time.
Sorry.
No
Yes,
worries.
that's great.
Yes, everything should be open, so I'm not sure why sometimes it's. Do you have my email?
No, can you send me, please?
Yes,
it
is.
I will share the presentation instantly.
Yes, it's in chat.
Yes, great.
Yes. For those who are next, our speakers, thank you for joining us. I have only 3 presentations. If you can send me also those, because apparently you will not be able to share, so we will not lose time now with that. But I have from Diadima and from Library of Things from Slovenia and Dismeco, those I have. For others, please send it to my email or to your stakeholder, your partners from country that you were in contact with.
Have you received mine?
Not yet. Long distance. Yes, now we have it.
Perfect. Email is working.
Yes, email is working. You just say next when this will be. Yeah, I will share now. Oh, come on. Yes. Okay.
That's it.
Can you see the presentation?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
You will help me with slide
yes,
distribution.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
So we have enough time and we can start now.
Yeah.
Let me wish you all good morning and thank you for joining today. Today we will explore how climate policies, local actions, and global and EU mechanisms like NDCs under UNFCCC, United Nations Frame Convention on Climate Change, and CBAM are not just regulatory obligations. They are actually becoming real strategic tools for businesses to grow, innovate, and stay competitive in a rapidly changing economy. And accordingly, my goal is to show how the green transition is not just about compliance. It is about opportunity. It is about competitiveness and future-proofing the business. Next slide, please. Climate action is no longer just environmental agenda, as we are all aware. It is an economic transformation with huge implications for industries, markets, and investment flows. The EU Green Deal, for instance, alone mobilizes more than 1 trillion euro by 2030. So new standards and new technologies are emerging, and this at the same time creates winners and losers in the market. So it is important for business innovation and for business development in general. The companies that adopt early benefit from different aspects, starting with lower costs, access to new markets, and better alignment with the policies shaping, in our case, it is important to say, shaping Europe's economic future. Next slide, please. Why it matters for businesses. Basically, there is a misconception that sustainability is expensive. But in reality, inefficiency is the biggest burden, the biggest cost businesses face today. For instance, energy prices rise, markets demand sustainable products. And on the other hand, investors increasingly require climate metrics. Supply chains, especially if we consider EU buyers, that is important not just for Bosnia and Herzegovina as a small and open market economy, but for the region in total. Especially EU buyers are asking for environmental data. It is definitely a challenge today, and non-compliance comes with fines, penalties, and lost competitiveness. So sustainability is becoming the new baselines for doing business, not just a nice to have. Next slide, please. The green transition is implemented locally. So it creates opportunity for local action, including municipalities, SMEs, and local service providers that play a critical role in this process. It also creates.
Excuse me. Sorry, Aldin, to interrupt you. Sasha, we cannot see the presentation, only at the beginning when Aldin shared it.
Okay. From the beginning. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Still?
Sorry for bothering you, Sasha, with these technical.
No. Yeah. It's okay.
I need your assistance. We are on the slide number 4. Yes,
I think this is it. Yeah, do you see it? Local actions, local opportunities?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Great. Thank you for letting us know about this issue.
Yeah.
So when it comes to SMEs, it definitely, this process of green transition, basically it is one of 2 major characteristics of today's world. The other is digitalization, as we are all aware. And when it comes to SMEs, green transition definitely creates opportunities for SMEs in areas such as solar and energy services, sustainable construction. This is important for housing. It is an opportunity for such companies. And going further, circular materials, we are in the age of circular economy and recycling, and green tourism as well as I mentioned, it is important to have proper metrics in this regard. It is required not just by the EU, but also by other conventions that we are basically more or less all part of them. So it is an opportunity for digital solutions for monitoring when we consider energy and emissions. So local innovation, local jobs, and the local investment will definitely further define the success of the transition. So this is a chance for innovation in that regard. Slide number 5, please. And this is important to be considered also from the strategic point of view. And when we come to that, it is important to emphasize importance of NDCs as nationally determined contributions that are the core national climate commitments under the UNFCCC and the Paris Agreement. And it is not just about emissions when we consider NDCs. Basically, it is contemporary development strategy, especially NDC 3.0 that is in focus today, because it implies more ambitious goals to be set, but also cross-sectoral approach that will include all sectors in one economy, and especially consider allocation and reallocation of financial resources to follow up the strategy as itself. So NDCs they define, that's their core mission, define emission reduction targets, which are to be more ambitious now, as I said, and definitely this approach has numerous reflections of different sectors in economy, defining emission reduction targets, as well as priority sectors of intervention, adaptation measures, and, as I said, the country's financial needs. Preparing this document as. Do we have some comments, or just the mic is on?
No, somewhere
No.
the mic is on. I don't hear anything. Somebody else has a mic on. I think everybody.
I thought I heard something, and I wasn't sure if it was a comment or request.
I heard it as well. Somebody had the mic on. But
So,
okay, I will turn it off. Continue, please.
Great. It's not up to me. I was afraid for a second. So, NDCs. So everything is okay with me now. It's December. We have to understand each other. So it's quite hectic. It's quite hectic these days. I just talked about it to Thea, my colleague, yesterday. So to go back to NDC process, as I said, it defines emission reduction targets, priority sectors, as well as adaptation measures and allocation of financial resources. Basically, it implies creation or development of specific financing strategy for the intervention recognized through the core document and has reflections of wide range economy and different sectors. And today is important to satisfy goal of just energy transition. And we have activities in that regard in Bosnia and Herzegovina, developing energy and just energy transition strategies that are important, not just from the perspective of business innovation and business development, but also from social sector perspective. But at the same time, it is a chance for business innovation. So this approach definitely influence wide range of national policies, standards, incentive schemes, and different strategic investments. As we all can imagine, it is important, especially from the perspective of energy supply, which further reshape export schemes. So these are not just abstract documents. These documents shape, as I said, real market solutions. And next slide, please. And why is this in the end? Why NDCs matter for the private sector? For businesses, NDCs act as a signal. Where will regulations go? Where will money flow? And which sector will receive incentives? So NDCs shape future standards for energy efficiency, buildings and housing, transport industry, and waste management as well. They also unlock, this is important to be emphasized, they also unlock access to climate finance from the EU and different international finance institutions, as well as national funds. And companies that align with NDCs are better prepared for future policy shifts and can access more funding opportunities. Next slide, please. So businesses can use NDCs as strategic planning tools. They can map regulatory risks such as future energy and reporting requirements that I already mentioned. They can position their products and services within national climate priorities, familiarizing with NDCs and its goals, priorities, and plans. They can also access climate finance, targeting different NDC objectives, and they can partner with municipalities and public utilities. We have today we have ESCO, energy services companies, ESCO schemes that are basically public-private partnership, and we implemented such activity in municipality of Bratunac in Bosnia and Herzegovina, where private financial resources were allocated to secure energy efficient public lighting system, and it is a benefit for this municipality and the scheme that could be further expanded. When it comes to business strategy, it is important also to say that the businesses can integrate climate services and climate metrics directly into their corporate strategy. And this allows companies to anticipate change rather than react to it. Next slide, please. And when it comes to examples of business in this regard, aligned with NDC and securing synergies with NDC, it is important to say that every sector can benefit from aligning with climate commitments, starting with energy efficiency companies that gain market share through incentives and access to core criteria within public procurement. Going ahead, construction companies that align with near or net zero building standards, transport and logistics sectors as well move toward electrification. Agriculture, that is important in the EU, also benefits from climate smart practices and technologies. And best practices and lessons learned can be replicated across our countries. And in the end, metrics is important, environmental metrics. We are about to secure preconditions for functioning environmental information system in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And we in UNDP and energy environment sector, where I lead a program that is focused on climate governance support, all these activities, and can talk more about it if someone is interested to share experience, definitely. And digital solutions as one as another important trend within green transition is important to be emphasized in terms of digital companies that provide. It is an opportunity for them as well to provide monitoring, reporting, and verification, so-called MRV tools. And this is recognized as a fast-growing market. So definitely it's a chance and opportunity for innovation and positioning on the market. And when business strategy follows national climate priorities and contribute to them because they are important sector of NDC development, opportunities definitely multiply. There is another dimension, slide 9, please. That is part of green transition and especially of the EU regulation, and we talk so much about it these days. It is CBAM and its reflection to business. It is the Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, or CBAM, as the EU's new tool to ensure that important products reflect their real carbon footprint. It is important for our exporters because basically the EU is the most important trading partner for us. So CBAM applies to steel, aluminum, cement, fertilizers, electricity, and hydrogen. And reporting is, as I said, already underway. And from 2026, companies will pay for CO2 emissions embedded in products exported to the EU. So it reflects to competitiveness, definitely. And for many exporters, CBAM is a market access requirement. Just like, on the other hand, quality or safety standards. Slide 10, please. And why CBAM matters for business, it's obvious. CBAM fundamentally changes how businesses participate in the EU market, and EU buyers already request emissions data. So high carbon products will lose competitiveness. Companies without monitoring systems risk losing contracts, and definitely supply chains are tightening their sustainability requirements. So CBAM is not optional. It is becoming a precondition for doing business with the EU. Slide 11, please. While CBAM introduces obligations, it also creates significant opportunities. Companies that modernize processes, improving energy efficiency and reducing carbon intensity and lowering costs, have a chance to position on the new market. And low carbon products can enter premium markets. It's a chance, and entirely new markets emerge in renewable energy sector, waste recovery, especially from the point of today's discussion, waste heat recovery, for instance, and especially local action in that regard, as well as circular materials, digital monitoring systems, and of course, green advisory services. And in the end, CBAM penalizes inaction, but rewards innovation. So it's a chance. Slide 12, please. And in this regard, the earlier companies act, the better competitive advantage will be. So starting by measuring emissions at the product level, for instance, improving energy efficiency, switch to cleaner fuels and inputs, modernizing industrial processes. Those could be activities that businesses can implement. And definitely engaging with EU bars on their requirements and using national but also EU climate funds to support investments could be a step forward to preparing in this regard from the perspective of businesses. And preparation today definitely protects market access tomorrow. Slide 13, please. And in the end, as a key message, it is important to go beyond compliance if you want to secure further business development. Compliance is just the starting point. It shouldn't be the goal in the end. And companies that go beyond compliance attract better financing, secure premium contacts, and which is also important, reducing operational costs, and in the end, innovate faster. And accordingly, they position themselves as leaders in the markets of the future, and the green transition, as we can conclude, is not a burden. Actually, it's a business strategy. And very last slide from my presentation this morning, number 14. To summarize, the green transition definitely opens new markets and reduces long-term costs. NDCs and the strategic approach show where policy, incentives, and investments are heading, and it is a chance for businesses to use them to plan strategically. And when it comes to CBAM pushes company to modernize and definitely rewards low carbon production. So the goal, I will conclude by this, the goal is not only to comply its basic requirement. The goal is to gain competitive advantage. I will stop here. Thank you all for your attention, and look forward to your questions, reflections, and discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Aldin. Thank you very much. There is a reason why I wanted to take a peek in your presentation in advance, because I had this question in my head prepared already. And actually it was something about like, what do you believe that it's like a most effective breach mechanism, you know, from this policy goals to real businesses, but you explain it very well, I would say. And the as NDCs, now we will remember this, we can use them. But I would say your presentation was mostly reflecting something that has to be done with bigger industry businesses, for example. Would you say so? Yeah. Or
Yes,
applies.
but
Yeah.
but it is also at the same time a great chance for SMEs
Yeah,
as a
of
main
course.
pillar of our economies.
Yes, true. Also here in Slovenia, the majority of businesses are small and medium sized. So any other questions from our participants, or shall we continue with a bit smaller institutional organization? Yeah, no? Okay, then thank you very much, Alin, for now. I think that I also...
Thank you, Sasha. You know, the saying, when no questions, in the end, everything is clear or nothing isn't clear. So I hope
I
it's
hope
the first.
no,
Yes.
no, yes. I mean, at least for me, I will make a report on that, and I think we can take advantage of your presentation very much. So
It
thanks.
is definitely important to expand this discussion. I had a chance to have a great workshop with your colleagues from Center for Excellence in Finance in Ljubljana, supported by your Ministry of Environment. So a regional approach in that regard, and using resources such as yours and CEF are a great chance for all of us to extend our knowledge and support not just business development but economic development in general.
Well,
thank you once again.
Thank you. Okay, let's continue with Jost Derling from Slovenia. Can you share? I think that I found the bug now.
I will try.
Yeah. I gave you the role of the one that can share. No.
For some reason, I can only share what's in my Chrome tab.
Okay.
But I think that
then it's okay. Then let's not waste time. I will continue if you're
no,
okay
but
with
it's
it.
okay. I send you the
presentation. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can try it like this.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes. Yeah, something is happening. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. Just now make a presentation. Yes. Yes. Excellent.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. So thank you, Sasha, for inviting me. My name is Jost. I'm managing Library of Things Ljubljana for the last 9 years. So as you can catch it from the name, we're let's call it a non-profit rental shop of different items, objects, usually those which one would need only once or twice per year. For example, like an electric drill. I always like to start my presentations with this quite common object, which is, according to some researchers, in an average household in use only for 15 minutes per year. And if I give you some more data from Swedish Environmental Institute, an average drill weighs about 2 kilos. And during the whole process of its production, it produces also 50 kilos of waste and 10 kilos of CO2 emissions. And if we think about all those numbers and multiply them with the number of households, let's say in Ljubljana, in Slovenia, in Europe, and then we see that this item is only in use only for 15 minutes per year, it becomes clear that we need to think about more environmentally friendly and more conscious ways. How can we use our limited natural resources? That's why we started a Library of Things 10 years ago as a new form of, let's say, public service, where the users have clear benefits of such a service. So they can, instead of buying an item they need only once or twice per year, they can simply just borrow it, and that way they can save time, money, and space in their apartment. So they can see their personal benefit, and through the personal benefit they can also learn what are like broader benefits, let's say, for the society, for the environment, and broader. So just to give you a clear picture how our library functions. So anyone can use our library in like different ways. They can either become a member, and if they become a member, they can use it the same way they would use a regular library, or they can simply just decide to pay a symbolic fee per item that they need, and like borrow let's say, a video projector for a week. When they don't need it anymore, they return it back. Somebody else can take it. We have an online catalog, which makes it really easy for users to see what items we have in our inventory. It's also quite easy to see if the item is at the moment available, if it's on loan, or if it's reserved. It's also possible to make online reservations so that like the item is waiting for the person when they actually need it, so that they can really see that it's a practical and accessible service, because we believe that if we want people to adopt greener habits, that greener habits have to be accessible and practical, at least as practical as conventional consumerism. Some of the items that get borrowed the most are, let's say, mostly electric tools, so like a drill, circular saw, jigsaw, stuff like sander, stuff like that. Then also projector and projector screen, sewing machine, food dehydrator. So like you can get a picture that we really have like quite broad inventory, and we like to make fun of it that we are a library that rents everything but books. In this, our logic that sustainable habits should be as practical and accessible as classical consumerism, we also started to think how we can expand our services from, like, let's say, just a sharing economy also into other fields that are closely related to the topic. That's why we started our, let's call it, repair cafe in 2024. But at the moment, we are focusing only on the repair of electronic appliances, because we think that this is like the biggest black spot in Ljubljana, that like it's more simple to repair clothes, more simple to repair let's say furniture, bicycles, but it has become quite difficult to repair electric appliances. Like the network of repairmen is getting smaller and way more complicated, because some repairmen are in charge just of one particular brand or one particular niche of items, and we wanted to make it as broad as possible. And we also were searching for like our repairmen who would also be helpful to, like, we discovered that people are not just afraid of repairs, but also afraid of repairmen. So we were searching for someone who has a smile on his face and who can show to our users that like they can also join us without any fear. And I think that our results speak for themselves. So we have an event mostly every second Friday, and in 2 years we had more than 400 appliances. We are quite happy with the results. In the last few months, we don't even have to make any promotion of the events, because like the events get too full too quickly, so we cannot even repair our own items. So Sasha asked me to open the topic of like business model. And actually, with the Library of Things, I don't really like to talk about business model because it's not that our goal would be to make some profit out of it. We also don't really, even though that we have been functioning for the last 10 years, we still consider ourselves as a pilot project. We don't see ourselves as something that could be sustainable on long term because, yeah, like we don't really make a lot of profit out of the rents because we do want to first of all show to the people that it's practical for them. So when we are searching for like new, let's say, operational models, we are also searching for some partnerships with other institutions, other organizations that are in a way eligible with this idea of borrowing items. And we're trying to figure out how can such a service become a part of a different organization, institution, in a way that it will be self-sustainable, financially self-sustainable, but still open for the broadest public as possible. So that's why in the last, let's say, 5 years, we started quite actively searching for partners in different, for now, mostly Slovenian cities, towns. And we were quite successful at getting starting about 12 new libraries of things across Slovenia in different forms, different, let's say, organizational forms. So that, like, for example, there are 2 new libraries of things in Ljubljana that are working within a youth center. There are already 2 departments of libraries of things in public libraries in Slovenia. First 3 youth centers started it. Then we have a public utility company in Ukraine that started the first Ukrainian library of things. So we are searching how exactly can this become a part of something else and which of those are the most optimal. When we plan or when we are planning our activities and also when we are helping others to start their own libraries of things, we are searching how is it actually eligible with different EU, national or local strategies. And we can see that like that is in fact in line with different strategies on all 3 levels. But like if we go from top to bottom, so let's from EU to the local, we see that on the EU strategies, of course we don't have any like, specific mention of libraries of things, but we have a lot of talk about prevention of waste production, which I think is quite useful for libraries of things. And okay, let's say in circular economy action plan, we already have like they already point out the importance of collaborative and sharing economies. But like the more we go on a local on a national and local level, more concrete actions or strategies are visible in official documents. For example, the local circular economy strategy of the city of Ljubljana already recognizes Library of Things as a good practice, and it already has in its local action plan to spread the network of libraries of things in Ljubljana, and they also have some idea how like the expansion of network should look like. That's why, for example, 2 new libraries are in a youth center, which was like initiated by the city circular economy manager. So when we are thinking about expansion and how we can cooperate with local authorities, that's why we mostly think about like cooperation with municipalities, because like municipalities and institutions which are funded by municipalities are the ones that are actually implementing all the strategies from EU and national level. And when we are first starting conversations with municipalities, we make it clear that the support for municipality does not exist only as financial support, that there are many other ways how municipality can cooperate. like with that they can actually map potential hosts. That it's also important, also quite crucial if a municipality can actually provide a space for a library of things. That municipality also has a lot of power when it comes to spreading the word, so that they can see that they don't necessarily have to financially fund the project, but they can include in other ways. And for the end, I would just like to show two concrete examples of such cooperation. One that I'm actually quite proud of is Libraries of Things plus public libraries. Last year, two public libraries in Slovenia started their own department with things. I think that on a long term, this can be one of the most successful ways how to spread the network. And we already have two more candidates in Slovenia and one first public library in Croatia, which are considering starting their own library of things. And then the last good practice is from Velenje, where the first reuse center in Slovenia started their own library of things. I think that it's important to think about all those different practices, such as repairing, sharing, reuse, as one common umbrella. Let's say, I lost the word, but I think you get it. So I think that in this case, it's quite useful because reuse centers get a lot of different appliances and they can just decide which ones they're not gonna sell, but can like keep them in their own inventory and in that way make it accessible to broader community. I think that's it for now. If there are some questions, I'll gladly answer them.
Thank you, Jost. I get very enthusiastic when I hear of your success, because yes, it is true that you become more and more recognizable across whole Slovenia. Actually, we also did our part in the Repair project and trying to get involved, or at least communicate with them to let them know you exist with school pupils, children already, so they know what is there. But the one question, yeah, because of course we are not even what we do is not explicitly being explained in EU documents. But you mentioned that you are a part of strategy of our capital. Did you participate in preparing this strategy, or did they just came up with that, okay, we will mention them because we recognize as a municipality that this is an important initiative?
We did participate in some, let's say, focus groups, because like the circular strategy of Ljubljana was made by I forgot the name, like the organization of Ladea Kushir, Circular for Change, something like that. So they were preparing the strategy and they invited us to participate in a work group. So yeah.
So they recognize the importance of getting all the stakeholders, all the important parties together to have a discussion and then address everything that is possible to address. Yes, locally. Great, very nice. Thank you. Any other questions?
There's a question from Karim.
Yes.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for your very interesting presentation. I had a question regarding the, at some point you mentioned the topic of, how you see yourselves as not really sustainable because, it's, I mean, not in economic terms, I mean, obviously, because the aim is not to make lots of profit from the rentals. But this is quite a hot topic in France, actually, regarding, like making this kind of jobs in the social economy and the repair sector as like seen as the new jobs for tomorrow because we already need them. I was wondering in the library of things, so you would say what is the rate of volunteers versus paid staff, or is there paid staff, and if there's paid staff, where how is it financed, if that's not like too much to ask? Thank
No,
you.
of course not. So at the moment we don't have any, let's say, full-time employment, but we are like, there are 3 of us who actually get paid, but we are all let's say freelancers. So we mostly get our, like, let's call it paychecks from different local, national, EU funds, different grants. Lately we also like started to get some funds like directly from, let's say, municipalities, because we get hired to help establishing new libraries of things. Like just today after this meeting, I actually have a meeting with a representative of a Bosnian municipality, they are thinking about starting a library of things. So that's how we get paid. We do also have one volunteer. And I think one important thing that I forgot to mention is like our library of things, like our opening hours are 3 times per week for 3 hours in the afternoon. So that like at the moment, this is enough, like we don't have to be open, let's say 12 hours per day. And this way we can also be economical with like the funds that we have, that they can actually last longer. The important thing is just that we are open when people actually have time to stop by at our library. So we like to make fun that our library of things opens when banks close.
Thank you very much.
I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, I was just wondering also if there's if you see in the kind of audience or people that come to the library of things, have you noticed, even though it's not like a scientific a study, but like, do you notice like patterns in the age or social category of people that would come?
I think we have quite diverse group of users, but I think that we can say that the majority are, let's say, 20 to 35. Maybe now it's getting a bit older because we are already getting older as a library of things. But I would say that, like, yeah, the majority of our users are those who are like already more aware of both like the environmental importance of such practices, but they also see the practical side of it. We would like to get more users from, let's say, like socioeconomically vulnerable. Like we have, we do offer like a reduced membership for unemployed, because we think that like this is a group that could benefit the most from Library of Things, but we are not that successful at reaching them. Like we tried through different collaborations with, let's say, Red Cross, but I think that they just don't want to be seen as a charity case. So like that, I don't know, it's difficult to reach them.
Okay.
That could be a case, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, Joanna, one fast question for you.
Yes, hi, just thank you for your presentation today. So you mentioned that you're expanding. This is your successful story, I think. So may I ask you the other 3 libraries of things that are going to be established? Are they going to be in Ljubljana also?
So it's maybe just to clarify things, we're not expanding as our organization, but we are helping others to start their own unit.
Yeah. That was clear. Yeah.
Okay.
But the other 3 will be in the capital also, the same city?
So the public libraries I mentioned that started their own library of things are in different cities, different towns in Slovenia. At the moment, there are 3 libraries of things in Ljubljana. So our library and 2 others that are functioning within youth centers. So that's the strategy of the city of Ljubljana to expand the network of libraries of things within youth centers. But other than that, no, like 12 libraries that are now existing in in Slovenia, they're quite nicely spread across the country. We are also looking at it like quite strategically when we search for like new cooperations, which parts of Slovenia are still uncovered, because I think that physical, like geographical accessibility is an important part of accessibility, and we don't want to offer this just in Ljubljana. We think that it's important that we get like nicely balanced network across, let's say Slovenia, but also like the region.
Okay, perfect. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe just like a quick disclaimer, that's not like we did not invent the concept of libraries of things. I forgot to mention it.
Yeah,
Like the
okay.
first library of things opened in Europe, opened in Berlin in 2010. We opened in 2015. And I think that by now there are approximately 2,000 libraries of things or 2 libraries across the globe. But we are like, when I mostly talk for Slovenia and for the countries where we are trying to help the network to expand. So of course, like Germany, Belgium, they have like quite strong networks on their own, but we try to help like to push the network to the south and to the east.
It has to be locally adapted, yes. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, Dora, quick question. We are a little bit behind.
Yeah, just a quick question. Where is this library of things is located in Ljubljana? Is it easy to reach by public transport or?
Yeah, we are. So we're not exactly in the center, but we're quite close to the center. So it's I think there are like 5 or 6 different lines of public bus that you can reach us, and also like it's quite easily accessible by bike and by foot. So I think that location is quite nice, and it's in a community center owned by the city, which is also quite important for us because we are using the space free of charge from the municipality.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. Thank you very much, Jost. You can prepare yourself for another big meeting. Now let's continue. I want to invite our next speaker to participate. We are ready for third part is, yes, Eugenio Tedeschi from Italy.
Yes, hello.
Are you ready? Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Will you try to share your presentation before I do that?
Yes.
Let's see.
Can you see my presentation?
Yes, we can see it. Thank you.
Okay, no, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm really careful about this topic. I'm here for Dismeco. Dismeco is a private company founded from my grandfather in 1997. It was the first in Italy for the treatment of the waste from electrical and electronic equipment. So compared to other company, since the very beginning, Dismeco adopted an innovative treatment approach. So we are not a destruction company, but we have a selective manual disassembly line that allow us to take off all the spare parts from the electronic waste. So last year we presented a European project called Phoenix We on the possibility of repairing a washing machine that were being disposed as a waste. The issue was that we want to present this project because Italy and Europe are not yet ready for the prevention process that should be implemented on the waste before treating. Italy itself is far below the electronic waste collection rate, with only about 39% of electronics waste collected. So as you can see, we obtain permission from the Environmental Monitoring Agency to repair any electrical waste that enter in our company. We started in the beginning with only the washing machine because they are not hazardous waste. So as you can see, the line is that the washing machine as a waste enter inside our company, and we start the diagnosis of the washing machine, and we will divide the washing machine that we can repair and that the washing machine that we cannot repair. For the one that we can repair, we start a repair academy inside our company, where we will teach to the people how to repair the washing machine. And once the washing machine is repaired, we will donate it to our territory, or we start a pilot market for second-hand washing machine. And it will be virtual or physical market. For the washing machine that we cannot repair, as I mentioned before, we have a selective separation line that allow us not to destroy the washing machine, but to take off manually all the spare parts. And with the spare parts, we can sell them to repair company in Italy or Europe, or we can stock them in our warehouse for the reparation of other washing machine. We add a granulator AI selector for increase the percentage of plastic that we treat with our shredder. So for this project, our legacy is not only about selling washing machine. We aim to disseminate the project to other companies in Italy or Europe. We are already in contact with the European group Right to Repair, formed by a repair company, and we will supply them with dismantleable components needed for repair of washing machine. And we have a very big partner with us, that is Unieuro, that will help us with the physical or online store. So they asked me about the legislation for the reparation of or electronic waste. So in Europe, the main reference is Directive 2012, the recast with directive. The aim of the directive is to prevent the generation of WE, promote reuse, recycle, and other form of recovery, encourage the efficiency of use of resource through the recovery of secondary raw materials. But there is some issue about this legislation, because there is a lack of specific obligation and incentive for use and repair. The current directive does not include a real right to reuse, no target about reuse, not any mandatory mechanism that can incentivize preparation for reuse, instead of the pure recycling that every other company in Italy actually did right now. There is a lack of transparency and monitoring for the reuse preparation. The current system mainly promotes recycle and not repair for the lack of spare parts and other issue with the law. Recycle is still often the preferred option. Reuse preparation for use is treated as a marginal pathway. So for us right now is the bigger issue as a company. We have different proposals to address the European problem. We would like to introduce a right to reuse and binding target for the preparation of reuse. In this year, we collect different data from the electronic waste, and we saw that about 10-12% of electronic waste could be repaired. So if you make a very small target like 5%, it's a start for the system. Europe can encourage the economic with the incentives and support for authorized reuse facility like this MECO. Right now, I think only this MECO has in his authorization the possibility to repair electronic waste. So more and more electronic company like us should have this authorization. Harmonize the quality and traceability standard for reused goods. Of course, support local and social company as yours to foster employment and innovation, and of course, data collection and more transparency for the electronic waste to increase the percentual of reuse and repair. Okay, that's all for me. Any question about the topic?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I have a question.
Yes.
If, on the EU level, this right to repair would actually become functional and would require some binding, preparation to reuse, to repair, and some standards that companies have to follow, would something change on your daily work routine, day-to-day operations? Would you have to adjust something?
No, because for me, right now, the model is it's a balance for all the electronic waste that we do not repair. So you can repair at least 12 or 10% of the total waste that income. The other 90% can still be recycled by the company for the elements, prime material. But if we start with the 10% of repair and reuse and spare parts, we will increase the green economy that we all talk about. So it's a possibility for the company. It's not a loss because you represent yourself as a more innovative company that no other company in electronic waste in Italy can do right now, the repair process. So it's an upgrade for me. It's not a loss.
Yeah, excellent. So good job on being on the markets for so long. I mean,
thank you very
it's
much.
kind of a sustainable itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Questions? Dora, are you still have a question from before, or there's another one? Walter? Two hands.
Can I? Is
Hello.
Walter speaking, or maybe I'm taking the place of Dora?
No,
Please, lady on first. So Dora, please go ahead.
sorry. It remained from my previous question, sorry.
Oh, it was a previous question. So you can continue then, Walter.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, and thanks. This is Walter speaking from WeFixit. That is kind of booking.com for fixing smartphone, tablet, and so on. I have a question because maybe I haven't got it while the explanation. I was wondering, how do you collect the washing machine? Because I know that to deliver by private one, so by a single person, to you going to be very complicated. So can you please better explain how do you do?
Yes, of course. There are two options right now to collect washing machine. There is a 1 versus 1 that the great distribution use when they sell you the new washing machine. They collect the old one. And in Italy, we have ecological island where the citizen pay a fee every year for the collection of waste. And there is this ecological island in the territory where every citizen can go and leave their waste. So every week we go to this ecological island that collect all the washing machine during the weekend, and we collect like 40 washing machine every time we go to another ecological island. We treat like 400 washing machine every day. So we were able to make this project because we have a lot of spare parts. Because when a washing machine is broken, it's most of the time one piece that is broken, like the door glass or the motherboard. But all the other components are still reusable. So for the one washing machine that's broken, it's other spare parts we take off and reuse to repair other washing machine.
Understood. So you basically got agreement with the reseller to make 1-to-1, and then you have agreement with each, let's say, municipality, so each council, in order to have the access to them ecological island.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Additional question, like, are those islands like out in the open, or do they have like a rooftop? So, if the weather is bad, other components can also get bad if there's just lying appliances out there.
Yeah. Sometimes they are an open, there is no roof, so yeah, it's not a good condition to take the washing machine during the day, but all the spare parts are inside, like motor or concrete or the door glass. Yeah, the way you collect the washing machine, it's help or not the project. So if you collect the washing machine inside a store or with a roof, it's better for us because there is more possibility that you still repairable.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you very much for your input.
Thank you very much, Sasha.
Yes, let's continue. We go to Albania. Is Abana Laknouri with us, or is it Abana? Abana, probably. Hello. Do we have our presentation with us already? Perhaps not. There is a possibility because there were some time.
Hello.
Yes, do we hear each other?
Yes.
Yes.
Just 1 second. I am the colleague of Ms. Albana Laknouri, and she is on her way because she was informed that her presentation will be at 11:30, and she was attending another meeting. I don't know if there is any space to expect.
Let's ask Eugenia from the Adima. Perhaps if you're ready, then we can start with you.
Hi, I'm ready.
Yes. Hi, are you ready with us? Okay, then let's switch. Then let's continue with Eugenia Karapatsiou from the Adima, from Greece.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So do you want to show my PowerPoint or should I share screen?
Sasha, you're muted.
Oh, I'm muted, yeah. Yes, you can share your presentation if you want. Try that first, otherwise I will do it. Yes, we can see it. Just make a presentation mode and
Yes,
we
exactly.
can continue.
Presentation mode.
Yeah. Excellent. Great.
Perfect. Thank you. Good morning from Greece and from Western Macedonia region. I'm going to present you a youth center system that we have in a municipality level, but I'm not in municipality. I will explain what is the ADIMA. The ADIMA is the Waste Management Agency of Western Macedonia region in Greece. It's an intermunicipality company. That means that the 13 municipalities of our region are the main stakeholders in the ADIMA. Our main objective is the design, the implementation, the operation of the regional integrated waste management system. It's all the waste from mixed waste to recycling and all the waste that a household can have. So from starting our facilities, every municipality has a local waste management unit, as you can see in the right photo with the red building. And the blue columns are the columns for mixed waste and then for recycling, and another one for electrical devices, for lamps, for green waste. So every kind of separated waste, we collect them in a local unit. After that, we drive all the waste in our central waste management facilities. And the recycling items goes to recycling, but the mixed waste goes to a waste treatment plant with capacity 1,020,000 tons per year. And after this procedure, we recycle the 68% of our mixed waste, and we landfill only the 32% of waste for a region of Western Macedonia. And a little bit about this achievement in a chronological order. So in 2005, it was the restoration of the uncontrolled dam sites, so we don't have any more dam sites. In 2009, we established the collection at source program for the 4 basic programs like the paper, plastic, metal, glass. In 2020, we add 3 more separated programs for cooking oils, for bio-waste, and for hazardous waste. And now I'm going to enter in our topic about the reuse centers. It's something unique in Greece. I don't know if it is something similar in another country. And we have the operation of our reuse centers in a municipality level. 3 of them in Kastoria, Florin, and Grevena city are the big buildings for municipalities over 20,000 citizens. And we have them 5 years now, most of them. Grevena is the new one. And for municipalities under 2,000 citizens, we have 3 smaller ISO box kind of buildings. So what can I do in a reuse center? I can donate, I can have something at home, and I can learn about good practice in waste management. Everything is free of charge because we are in cooperation with municipalities. We cannot charge. We are not a profit organization. We're a non-profit organization, so we cannot charge. And we have a lot of visits from schools and from other institutions. So you know about reuse, environment, society, and economy can gain about it. We can raise the lifespan of materials, we reduce waste, we change our mindset, sustainable consumption became our daily thing. We create a new job, and more people have access to goods, especially the vulnerable social groups. And we cooperate with units that help these people so they can have priority to our reused items. So far, we reused the 66% of all items through the years, and we reduced 63 tons that would go to landfilling. Maybe this number is not big number, but first of all, you have to think that Western Macedonia is about 250,000 citizens. And also the 63 tons that will not go for landfilling, it's not only about those waste. We can, if we think that all the things that someone could buy will not. So we also gain less natural resources exploitation, for example. And as you can see about the months, July and September are the most, let's say, in use for the reuse centers, that people choose to go on summer to give and take things, maybe because in the summertime everyone is more relaxed and think about what I need at home, what I don't need. But more or less, mostly people give than take at home. We have more donations than reuse. And this is a social phenomenon that we can discuss later. This is the percentage of items that we use mostly. It's clothes, of course. And then it's items for kids. And again, it's clothes for kids. And then it's books and toys. All the other items are less than 5%. That's why I didn't read the percentage. And now I have pictures of these items. Someone can bring books, clothes, shoes, toys, items for kids, fabrics, household utensils. This word is difficult for me. Decorations, furniture, carpets, electrical and electronic equipment, hobby items, seasonal items, CD and DVD. As you can see, anything that a household can have, a reuse center also can have. Except the reuse, we start slowly to repair some things, and mostly our employees in the reuse centers starting to do the repairs as their hands can allow. For example, we had a chair. As you can see, the chair is a bit destroyed, for example, and we had also a skirt that cannot be reused. So he cut a part of the skirt and he recreated the chair. And a lot of other things like this bag, or he misses a wheel from this chair, and he found a wheel from another chair that could not be used as a chair, so he just took the wheel and added it in this chair. And some other examples of upcycling. I'm sure you have a lot in mind. Maybe you tried some of them. And this year in the European Week for Waste Reduction, we did this project for electrical devices. And this is the examples from university students. They did all of this that you can see. And we had an exhibition in the university, and then we will move this exhibition to more libraries and for more citizens to see. You can see it's a lot of things. The imagination is so big in this. Even the pot, I mean, look in the speaker just became a pot. This is incredible. And the chair that you can see above below the pot is from cables. And I sat in this chair, and it's very stable. It's incredible. And the keyboard is like the back of the chair, and a key box is to put like a small table. Also, you can see from this keyboard, they did magnets. The minions are magnets, actually, and they draw them very cute. And they did a lot of jewelries and a lot of things. I mean, it's incredible. This space is not only for use, I said in the beginning, so it's an environmental education space, actually. We cooperate with the municipalities, so a lot of groups come to us to inform themselves, to give items for use, or just to be informed. We had a lot of visits from other countries through EU projects. I also invite you, if you can come in Greece, you can visit us. It's an open space. I would be glad to host you there. And also we have this website, but sorry, it's only in Greek. We try now to translate it in English. It will be the next semester, I'm sure about that. So far, you can just check in the Greek, you can understand. So it's reuse.diadema.gr, and we have all the social media also to communicate our actions. Yeah, that's all. So do you have any questions specific?
Thank you. Fast and efficient. Thank you very much. Questions already? Joanna? Dora? Yeah? Dora, perhaps?
Yes. Hello, Eugenia. I'm from Greece too. And from what I can understand from the picture you showed us is that the youth center is outside the city center, right?
It's in the local unit of waste management from each municipality.
Okay. So how do you motivate people to come visit you and bring their items? And how many visits do you have around a day or a week?
Okay, so the difficult thing is to persuade people that these items are good, in a good condition, and that you can take them at home. So in the beginning, the first 1 year and a half, we had only donations. We were full of things, and no one wanted to take because they were same, or this is for poor people, I don't know if it is clean. But slowly, when one have an item, then he will tell to someone else, So slowly, people saw that these items are in a good condition. We had a lot of communication through our social media with pictures, with useful items that we had in our office. And then the employee is very important. When the employee is very social and start to speak about his work, so we saw a big change in Florina city than in other cities, because the employee in Florina city, where he was very good in repairing and in telling his story to people. So I think that the employee is the key in this motivation. And then from people to people, you cannot do something else. You just have to go and see. If you don't see, you don't believe. So if you go and see, then the other time you will go with another thinking, and then you will tell it to someone else. So slowly, we have this growing in visits. For example, so far we have 4,000 different people that visit us. In the beginning, we had 500 in the first year. And then, for example, in Florina, that it's our most crowded reuse center, it's about 10 to 15 people per day. In Kastoria, it's 2 to 3 people per day. And in Grevena, is much less. But we changed the employees, so now we have to weeks. You know, it's not everyone for every kind of job. It's not only that you can carry things. Someone that works in the reuse center should also have the use of computer, because we have the platform and everything is online. Every item is calculated in a platform. So we have to change an employee, and then now we wait the results. But I could say about 10 people per day, more or less.
That's great. 10 people per day, it's too much, I think. Okay, thank you so much.
Come to visit us, especially from Greece.
We will do that.
You'll be amazed, I am sure.
Anna,
okay, hi, Evgenia. Thank you for your presentation today. Thank you so much. So let me ask you, you mentioned that you already receive more things than people take home with them. So you gradually need more space, or maybe you prefer to massively donate things, let's say once a year, to free some space?
Okay, the problem with space was only the first year. Now that people trust us, now we don't have a space problem. Now we don't have items in the in the store. It's the opposite thing. But these cities that I showed you, the examples are cities with a few population. I mean, Florina and Kastoria is about 10 to 15,000 people. Kozani is the biggest city that has not reuse center yet, and it's about 50,000 people. For Kozani, this reuse center will not be enough. We will need maybe 2 of them and more employees. But as people take things at home for use, then we have space. And I think that we will not have a space problem if we have huge. And when I mean huge buildings, I mean This in Florida and Castoria is about 200 square meters. In Kozani, we will use, I think, 600 square meters. It will be bigger, so we will not have this problem. And we don't have a space problem because now people take a lot of things at home, actually.
Okay, nice to hear. Let's wish here in Thessaloniki we have soon such reuse centers also. Thank you, Evgenia.
No problem. Yeah, a lot of municipalities in Greece actually call us and email us how you did it. We want to do the same because it's the first reuse centers in Greece level.
Great, yeah. Would you anyhow? What is your opinion that which kind of municipality support is the most critical for other, municipalities to know what to expect with which they can support or with space or something like that, of course, yeah, but also something additional that you can think of that is really crucial?
We are not municipality. We are a body.
Of course not, but you are working within the municipality somewhere, yeah. So you need a support from them.
100%. We wanted more than what we offered. We need more cooperation. For example, if municipality had the trucks to take the furniture from homes, then we will have more. So, but municipalities have less money than they should. I don't know how to explain this. The economics is a problem. And if they have the trucks, they can make daily routes to households, and then more people can give. Because it's not that everyone has a car. Because if you have to donate, you have to come to our space. We cannot come to your home. So municipalities could help with this. But so far, we just take recycling items that are good for use. We just steal from recycling.
Yeah. Of course, that is understood. Yeah. Okay. So I think, but still, it is important that somebody at municipality level has it's open to that topic, to let you do what you do, not to be an obstacle itself.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Our last speaker is waiting for us. Albania Laknori from Albania. Are you with us? Yes, we cannot hear you. It's your microphone is muted.
Now, do you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hello,
now
everybody.
We hear you.
I'm sorry I'm late, but this end of the year is full of meetings because closing all the projects dates, we are all the time, me and Aris and all the staff. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
It is a pleasure. We had a great collaboration with Auleda, and most of you we know. I'm just turning back from a wonderful activity in Osijek, Croatia. It was organized by Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Croatia, which, by the way, is helping the 6 Balkan countries go green, SMEs and digitalization. I saw a wonderful 6 companies in Osijek, 3 hours from Zagreb, how they are doing with these projects for helping startups, creating incubators, innovation in the green energy, and I'm amazed. So I'm optimistic on this side. I don't want to speak about the legislation because I think already the colleagues speak. I have to say what the chamber is doing because as Tirana Chamber of Commerce Capital, Tirana's capital chamber, we promote and help businesses with all projects. And all of them have 2 means, digitalization, and the second is go green. We know that we are in Balkan, and in some things we are behind. We are harmonizing our legislation with 33 chapters. So I think something is doing, but a lot have to do with businesses, especially 99% of SMEs which are actually working. We are a participant and contributor to the development of recycling industry in our country. The promotion and development of recycling industry serves overall economic development, especially for local governments, so municipalities, by aiding the growth and empowerment of enterprises and development of public-private partnership projects. In fact, I have to tell something about the recycling industry in Albania, primarily represented by four basic products. For example, plastic, paper, cardboard, and non-ferrous metals. However, there is a room to study and analyze other industrial waste streams that could be integrated into the economic value chain. In the context of circular economy, innovation, particularly in these new business models, takes a special significance. I think that industrial and technological development, together with the global trade, make a valuable contribution to global economic growth and enhance human well-being. Another thing that I wanted to mention, some numbers, because I like numbers. It is estimated that at this stage, the industry development, only about 30 to 40% of its productive potential is being utilized. Therefore, it is necessary and essential to provide concrete support to recycling industry by drafting a new law to transpose EU Directive number 1013 of 14 June 2006. What are the key areas that could help? First, regulating transport, transit, export, and import waste between EU member states, OECD countries, other countries worldwide, establishing integrated waste management within the framework of new administrative division reform, taking into account both demographic map and the distribution of collection and recycling enterprises across the country, implementing and creating public-private partnership entities regardless of their legal form, to manage the waste collection and recycling the work. Today, the recycling industry represented about 60 enterprises, with total investments amounting to around 200 million euro. This industry directly employs about 3,000 workers and indirectly through the network for collecting recyclable waste provides income around 40,000 self-employed individuals. This sector contributes to the gross domestic product, to the GDP, with an annual value of approximately 280 million euro. Majority of this production is destined for export. We have to say that the Chamber have these 13 important IPA cross-borders projects. For example, one of them in the circular economy, a specific project is BioEco RDI. This project aims to foster innovation in the Adriatic-Ionian region for the development of bioeconomy and supporting policies. During the implementation phase of the project, a strategy for biomass development in Albania is being drafted. It focuses on three sectors where concrete business models already exist. For example, processing waste from wood industry, processing waste from poultry farms, processing waste from the olive oil industry. So, according to studies by experts working on this project, concerning waste from poultry farms, centralized egg-laying hen farming alone produces about 40,000 tons of manure per year, and broiler farms produce a similar amount, mixed with sawdust and straw. There is a significant potential for this manure to be utilized for clean energy production and transformed into standardized dry organic fertilizers for agriculture. Examples of this nature exist in many sectors. Therefore, we think that government policies must provide incentives for the development of such business models, undoubtedly influence the country's socio-economic development. And at the end, we as Chamber are open in any new project about the green consumers' behavior and how to train, how to improve even the businesses to go to circular economy, to arrive for carbon-free and zero waste in the future. That's all.
Thank you very much. Yes, very insightful. A lot of information. You do a lot of things. 13 projects, as you said. So those projects, you mentioned one specifically. Would you say that you can gain from this project some kind of service that Chamber could perhaps have, launch or something like that to help SMEs? Or do you have like a specific task already going on that really, I don't know, support SMEs in developing new business ideas, etc.? Like, do you implement those strategic things through projects or through your regular work? How are you?
Okay, at the end of the projects, we have these things. We want to continue post-project things.
Yes,
How?
yes.
All this result we have to publish in our social media, web sites, to have the possibility that the companies should know what we have done and what we have to improve. For example, we have these fairs in our face. We always go to say the success stories that we have, what we have done, and what are their needs. This is our thing. Another idea that we have is that we have, even with local governments, possibility to go to train together, to go to say to the companies, use and reuse what you are producing, but it's not enough.
Okay, thank you.
We made even the questionnaire. Sorry, I forgot. We made even the questionnaires. The last one we have on the website about how they are thinking about the circular economy. Do they need more information? How they use or don't use? What they are going to where they are going, the waste things that they produce.
Yes, you're including them. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. We have a question?
No. I'm the colleague of our secretary.
Okay.
Department. Aris is more technical.
Just wanted to add it, since even Albania mentioned during her presentation everything that is running now, even in Albania, regarding the circular economy and Green Deal agendas and everything else. Of course, as a Chamber of Commerce, on our projects, our main focus is on the SMEs and to identify which are their needs and which are their lacks and challenges that they are facing to be updated regarding the Green Deal agenda. And during each workshop that we organize, because there are several workshops, we try to increase the capacity building, even within the Chamber of Commerce, since even our staff members are trained regarding these topics. And also we invite even the companies that to be part of this workshop, or maybe they can access even in our projects websites, even on e-learning mode, the workshops and the topics that we develop during all the phase of the projects. We try to provide certificates for the trainings and the workshops that are well known in the European Union, and we are trying and we are working hard with the Ministry of Economy in Albania to get accredited even this kind of trainings and workshops. Since this is the future now, everything is now being digital and smart, and not everyone tries to come into your offices, and this is help even the environment to be as green as possible, since we don't use cards or maybe to use other things that are needed, leaflets and maybe other things that are needed to be provided during a in-person session.
Yes, this is very similar thinking as we have in our project Repair. We see each other as project partners every half a year, but otherwise everything is online and also open source, is available. We can share what we discussed. We will make reports that we will upload them online, because we want to know, we want to share this knowledge that we gain with as many as possible. And we are always talking about the stakeholder collaboration and, multi-level helix approach, that everybody is participating. And this is the only way how we can make step-by-step forward to our goals. So very nice that you recognize that. Of course, otherwise it would be much harder, I would say, to be successful. So thank you very much. Anybody else has a question? I think no. I wish you very, very much success in further projects and your work. Yeah.
You too, Sasha.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, even though we were a bit late at the beginning, I would say we can wrap it up. We can continue with our work and our jobs, our next tasks. I will make a report on that. You can read it through. You can maybe reflect on a bit what we discussed today. We know that without policy support, we cannot do anything. We always have to obey something, follow some rules. But we also have to think of it the other way around, I would say, that we have to take advantage of them, not just feel policy is an obstacle, but, this is where we start and this is where we can follow. And then let's make it, let's locally adjust it and make it function. So thank you very much all for you to participate today again. We see us soon with one, yes, with some others maybe no. I wish you all a very nice day and many success. Joanna, you would like to say something? You have a question?
Sasha, do you think our partnership could hold the link for a minute?
Yes, of course.
After the webinar is over, could we stay for a minute?
Yes, of course. I'm up for it. Yes, and our stakeholders can say greetings.
Please, the partners, if they could stay for just a minute. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for internal discussion. See. Thank you very much all.
Thank you for you, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because we are in the festivity things.
Yes, to you too.
Hope for the best. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.